everyone, this is Parveen and today we are on the second session of class 8 civics chapter number 7, the police and the courts. In our last session we have seen about the subordinate courts and different magistrates or different judges who are there in the subordinate court and what is their duty and powers. Now in this today's session we are going to learn about the district administration. On each district there are police and they have a duty to maintain law and order in that particular district. So now we are going to see about the district administration. In our last session when we have seen about the subordinate courts, we have seen that for each district we have subordinate courts and session court, and each subordinate court and session court has different judges who can hear the cases and who can give their decisions or their judgments regarding those cases, like civil cases and criminal cases. Now in today's session we are going to see about the district administration. Every state in India is divided into different districts and each district has its own administration. Now district magistrate, that is DC you can say, or district magistrate is the highest executive officer at administration level, at district administration level, and this deputy or district magistrate is also known as deputy commissioner or deputy collector of that particular district, which is also called as DC, who is the highest officer at district level under administration process. Now, what is the main function of the district magistrate or district administration for that particular district which they are in? The first one is district administration maintain law and order, because each and every police or police station was there in that particular district is under the control of district magistrate and district administration. So they are having a duty to maintain law and order in a district, in each area of district. Second one, district administration maintains land records and collection of land revenue. They maintain land records, that means they maintain that which lands in district, which lands are private lands and which lands are there which is commercial land, and which lands are there which is under the control of government, that means they are government land. And the private lands and commercial lands, whoever will be the owner, they need to pay the land revenue to the district magistrate or land revenue to the district administrative officer. Land revenue means if they are getting any kind of benefit from that particular land, they need to pay the tax amount to the government when they are earning a profit from that particular land, which is called as land revenue. So that is the duty or that is the function of the district administration, to maintain a land record, to differentiate a land on the basis of private, commercial and government land, and also to take land revenue or land tax from their owners. Third one is it provides civil amenities to the people. Civic amenities or civil amenities means providing good transport facility to the people, providing peace and security to the people, or you can say providing all other facilities, basic facilities which people need, like school, health facilities like hospitals and all, to check whether the hospitals are working properly or not, to check whether the schools in that district are working properly or not. And under civic amenities, it has also been added that proper sanitation facility has been given to the people, proper water facility has been given to the people. So all these civic amenities, it is a responsibility of the district administration to provide all these civic amenities to the local people who are living in that particular district. Next one is it monitors developmental projects. Many developmental projects are there in that particular district which is monitored by district magistrate or district administration. Developmental projects means like if any road has need to be made, dams in a particular district, dams need to be created. If in a particular district you can say monorail or metro rail need to be created, need to be made, or if any district any new college or school need to be made, any new hospital need to be made, all these developmental projects are under the monitoring or control of the district administrative office or district administration of that particular district. Next one is it also supervises Panchayati Raj institution in each rural areas which comes under that particular district. And next one is providing relief work in the situation of disaster. If in that particular district any disaster was there, like flood, earthquake, any disaster was there or any natural calamity was there, the relief work has been also provided by the district administration. So these are the certain main functions of the district administration which they need to perform. Now next one, moving on further, the officer in charge. In district administration, who are the officers in charge? The superintendent of police is the officer in charge who maintains law and order at the district level. After district magistrate, we have in superintendent of police, that is SP, who is the officer in charge who maintain law and order in the whole district or at district level. Now, this superintendent of police is the highest officer in that particular district level when we talk about the police or police stations. Now, each subdivision or police circle is under the charge of deputy superintendent of police. We can say that in a district, each circle of police, each police station or each thana is under the control of superintendent of police. And a police circle generally has 5 to 10 police stations or thanas. One police circle usually has 5 to 10 police stations or thanas which is under the control of superintendent of police of that district. Now the inspector of police is the station head officer or SHO or daroga in charge for each police station. Now other officers who are there, sub-inspector, assistant sub-inspector, head constable, constables, chowkidars, they are the lowest category, you can say, officers who are working under the SP or working under the inspector of police of that particular police station. So these are the officer in charge in district administration. Now next one is area of the police station. Every police station has its own area under its control. Outside that particular area, other police station is there. That is how we call it as a police circle, which means that 5 to 10 police stations are there for each area. So each or every police station has its own area under control. In case of any dispute, people can go to that particular police station of that particular area, and they can go to the police and file a complaint, or can file a grievances which they have. Police, it is a duty of the police to listen to that complaint and take necessary actions. And you can say that people can complain about theft, robbery, murder, accident, injury, etc. And it is the responsibility of the police to take necessary actions or to take certain actions against the filed complaint. Now when we talk about the functions of the police station, they are having two functions. It is the work of the police to register the cases or to take FIR or to take grievances or complaints of the people, and it is also a duty of the police station to take necessary actions regarding those complaints and grievances. And they also have a duty to take various steps to maintain law and order in different kinds of situation in district level. So I hope you have understood this particular session about the district administration. In the next session we are going to see about the police and the courts. Till then, thank you.